So today we have Eleanor Lane with us from the NPMA, and she's going to be presenting at the April 30th Spring Fling for the New York Pest Management Association in Great Neck, New York, on Occasional Invaders. Eleanor, welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me today. I'm super excited about the conference, looking forward to it and all the different educational opportunities that'll be there. Aside from my own presentation, I do always enjoy sitting in on the other presentations that are there. So it looks like you've got a good program this year.
It should be great. And tell us a little bit about yourself. Where'd you come from? How'd you get into this? How'd you get involved with the National Pest Management Association?
Yeah, so I got my undergrad and my graduate degree, my master's in at Virginia Tech. So my master's was in entomology, and my research was kind of more on the ornamental and turf side of the world. So going into urban entomology afterwards switched things up a little bit. And so I graduated from my master's in December of 22, so pretty recently. And I started working at NPMA about a month after in January of 23. So I've been here a little over a year now. It was kind of just a lucky thing finding the job that happened to be, nearby where I grew up. I grew up in Northern Virginia. So coming back to the area worked out really well. Life kind of has a way of working out with those kinds of things. And it's been really it's been really enjoyable learning about all the different things about urban and structural entomology. I have such a basis in entomology in general and then the ornamental side of things, which has been helpful in some ways, but it's been such a great learning opportunity. And over the course of the past year, I've really increased my range of things. And it's one of those things too, where the more you learn, the more you realize you don't know. And it just, the knowledge just keeps getting deeper. And it's been really interesting. And I look forward to all the other stuff that I'm going to end up learning over time.
Yeah. Now, when did the National Pest Management Association get on your radar as being a possible place to find a job?
Yeah, so I wasn't familiar with it because it being in the ornamental and turf space, it's different licensing, different education requirements. I never had an applicator license myself since I was just doing the research, but the people in that space, there's a little crossover to the urban realm, but it didn't hit my radar until I was job searching, and I ended up finding the posting and started reading into what even knowing what an association was and learning more about it, and then having a couple interviews and realizing, okay, this place is super legit. I don't know how it passed my radar for so long, but it's there's certainly folks at Virginia Tech who are very involved in the National Pest Management Association. I just didn't happen to be in their lab, so weird set of coincidences that led to somehow me not knowing of its existence. But I'm very glad I found the job posting when I did, because I really enjoyed working here and it's been really great.
Yeah, and we're excited to have you. Your topic for the Spring Fling is occasional invaders, and I know it's spring. We're actually located in upstate New York. We're getting some warm weather, and we're getting all these box elder bugs and stink bugs and lady beetles and all kinds of things coming out. Is that the kind of thing you're going to be talking about? What are we going to be talking about with this?
Yeah, so occasional invaders and seasonal pests kind of fall into a similar category. You've got everything from invasive species like the brown marmorated stink bug, like the Asian lady beetles, or the box elder bugs, as well as some of those any time of year pests like silverfish or house centipedes, pill bugs. And I'm hoping to cover a little bit of everything there, kind of at least touch on all that. But with the seasonal nature of some of those invasives, like you mentioned, seeing all those box elder bugs, there are some season specific control tactics that I'm hoping to touch on, when exclusion can be done most effectively, if you're using any products to treat, when, if at all, those will be effective. So hopefully kind of getting everyone on board with the headspace you have to be in to treat these, because it's very different than the pests that will be like social insects and different times of year that you always reliably see termites swarming here, ants swarming there, and those have been around forever. But the newer invasive pests are there's less known about them, and I think we're all pretty familiar with the sight of those, like you said, seeing the stink bugs around here now. But it's a tough issue because a lot of it is preventative measures. It's hard to get a quick fix for someone who already has an infestation.
Yeah, some of the things we run into a lot with like commercial properties on slabs is the pill bugs and ground beetles and all those little critters that are, around the mulch and around the slab foundation and coming in. So what you're going to be saying, you're talking about some of the like IPM approaches for that?
Yes, absolutely. IPM is critical in all types of pest control, relying on all the different tools we have at our disposal, starting with your inspection all the way through treatment and the monitoring in between. So it's not just when the pest comes up, it's everything before and after you have a larger infestation and what you're going to do to prevent future issues from coming up.
Sure. Now, I don't know if everyone knows this, but you're also on a podcast.
Yeah, so funnily enough, I hopped on to record today and I was like, wait a minute, I got to get out my nice microphone because
There
I
you
am
go.
part of NPMA's Bug Bites. We have been a podcast for a couple years, but some time off, and I joined in and we got the podcast up and running that this past December. So you can go and listen to it anywhere you can find podcasts. In each episode, we highlight some recent research in the field of urban and structural entomology. So, looking at peer reviewed journal articles, talking about latest news, keeping everyone up to date. And we have it in a fun competition style where each of us at NPMA presents their research to our special guest who decides which one of us did the best. And it's a little friendly competition. As of this recording, I have yet to win, but I have not lost hope. So be sure to tune in and maybe I'll redeem myself.
So we can root for the underdog. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I thought your last one on histamines was great.
Thank you. That was so cool to have a recent paper from one of our Pest World interns and a recipient of our Pest Management Foundation scholarships. We love to support the future of pest control. And the author, Simona Principato, she just spoke at the Illinois conference on bed bugs. And so we love getting to feature the folks in that research at our conferences as well as highlighting in them in things like our podcast.
Yeah, for sure. And if you're looking for it, it's Bug Bites, like computer bites,
Yes, yeah, with a
BYTES.
Y. Where
Yeah.
so you got to put NPMA before that because I do believe a couple other people have hopped on using bug bites as a terminology. So NPMA bug bites, and that's bites with a Y.
Awesome, and that comes out the first of every month.
Yes.
Yeah, so keep a lookout for that. Now, before April 30th, if anybody wants to get a hold of you or whatever, is there contact information for you or how?
Yeah, so if you want to contact me specifically, you can give me an email. That's elane@pestworld.org. And you could also just Google the National Pest Management Association and call our main office, and they'd be happy to transfer you over to me if you've got any specific questions. For our NPMA members, one of our benefits of membership is talking to an entomologist if you've got a pest issue or even sending in pest IDs. So I'm one of the people that would help out with that.
Awesome, awesome. Well, we look forward to seeing you on April 30th.
All right. Look forward to seeing you too.
All right, thanks.